Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? Today on the Comic Book Shop, we're going to talk about Neca's Universal Monsters crossover with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're releasing these figures to celebrate the 90th anniversary of the classic horror films. Today, we get Raphael as Frankenstein's monster, or as I like to call him, Franken-Raph. Let's get a quick shot of the packaging. On the front, you got a close-up, tight shot of Franken-Raph. On this side, just the same picture, just smaller. On the back, you get a really cool shot paying homage to those old-school horror posters. And on this side, we get a preview of what's to come. You get Leonardo as the Hunchback, Mikey as the Mummy, and most likely, April as the Bride of Frankenstein. And if you're an inbox collector, you're definitely in luck with this package. You open up the flap, and you get a really cool shot of an open display window showing off all the details of the figure and the accessories that come with it. Let's bust this bad boy open and dive into him. Now that I got Franken-Raph out of the box, I'm definitely blown away with the detail from this figure. But before we jump into that real quick, he comes with two sets of hands and a pair of lightning bolts eye. I remember when they announced this figure, I was definitely really excited. It definitely hits all the nostalgia buttons for me. I remember when I was a kid playing with the original Playmates molds that they did of the Universal Monsters. So I definitely couldn't wait to get my hands on this one. Alright, let's jump into some of the articulation for Raph. You don't get much out of the head. Little rock. Shoulders, they don't have a ball joint. That's about all you're going to get. You get a single joint in the elbow. You do have a hinge in the wrist though, with full 360. No ab crunch, obviously, because of how big his shell is. You do have a ball joint in the thigh. You get a single in the knee, but again, don't expect much because he is a bulky figure. You get a little bit in the ankle. You get a rock. But with this figure lacks in articulation, it definitely makes up for detail. Let's talk about some of it. Just to do a quick scale comparison, you got the Neca movie mold Raphael, you got the Raphael mold from the original Playmates, and FrankenRaph stands at 7 inches tall. Neca straight killed this figure. Everything about the mold of this bad boy from head to toe is f***ing amazing. The attention to detail is so good on this thing. He's covered in stitches. He's covered in staples. He's got staples on his head. And the head sculpt, man, is so good on this. It captures Raphael and Frankenstein's monster perfectly. The lightning bolt sai is a cool touch. His jacket, the elbow pads on him, everything about this thing is cool. You got the bolts on the neck, trademark Frankenstein, with the hose going into the back of his shell. And the shell, like, look at that thing. Wear and tear all over it. There's cracks on it. You got the chains wrapping around it. You got the sewer manhole cover right there. Everything about this figure is just so good in my opinion. I was hesitant on picking up the rest of this line, but Neca just won me over with this one. Neca definitely impressed me with the creativity and the detail that went into this figure. So show it or throw it. I'm showing it. I say add this thing to your collection if you're a fan of the TMNT or the Universal Monsters. On that note, I want to thank you guys for checking out this video. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and check out all of our socials at NerdThusiast. If you like the content we're making and you want to help support the channel, check out our Patreon page. Thanks, guys. See you guys next time. Later.
Enthusiast, down below, and then the later.